Hey everybody, good afternoon Primetime Squad. Welcome back to the chat. I know it's during the daytime and I don't usually go live during the daytime. Um but being that we were waiting for the jewelry to get back this afternoon for the Amber Guyger murder trial. I figured I would go live to find out what else might happen upon today. We already know, well, for those of y'all who might not know, she has been found guilty. Amber Guyger has been found guilty. So I just wanted to come to you guys live so we can discuss it a bit while I was on my lunch break. And again, the jury just came back into the courtroom a minute ago. And already it looks like the state wanted to bring more. Hold on one moment. Let me click play over here. Okay, it looks like I'm looking over at my television right now. But did you see the expression? If you guys are watching right now and look at the expression on Judge Tammy Kemp's face. Because the state, like right after lunch break, hey real mamas, how you doing? How you doing, hon? Thanks for tuning in this afternoon for this little lunch break live. As I was saying, the jury is back from lunch break and they're proceeding with the sentencing phase of the trial after Amber, just got found guilty. As a matter of fact, let me fix my chat real quick. My chat screen isn't showing up. So let me see if I can remove it and add it back, see if that works. Let's see. Chat. Okay, let's see. Hopefully it will work. Okay. Alright, hopefully the chat will work. I don't know what's it doing right now. Yeah, she was found guilty, real mama. She was found guilty. But some people think that she's going to be given a slap on the wrist. Because of the fact that they're saying, minimum sentence in Texas is 5 years, and after time served and probation, she will probably be out in 2 to 3 years. That's what some people are saying. And they just came back from break. The jury just came back from break. So let me play this real quick. Okay. And again, the expression on the judge's face when they said that the state wanted to bring into some more. Hold on. The state want to offer some more evidence. And if you guys want to watch while I'm watching because it's live, go to look up Amber Guyger trial on YouTube, and the link that says WFAA, which is W like William, F as in Frank, A as in Apple, A as in Apple. A as an apple, A as an apple. So WFAA. If you go to that link on YouTube, they've been playing the trial live. So that's what I've been watching like throughout the week. And right now, the state wants to offer up some more evidence before they start the sentencing phase. It looks like one of the things they're offering up or trying to turn evidence in is some applicant process unit records. Right now, this is crazy. This is crazy. If she doesn't get, I will just be so like upset if she gets only 2 to 3 years for this murder. I would just truly be upset. And that's one of the things that I wanted to discuss tonight. I wanted to actually go live tonight to have a panel and bring on some people onto the panel so we could discuss this live tonight. So that's another reason why I was going live this afternoon, so that I could, speak to you guys about it and see who all might want to go on the panel tonight. And on the StreamYard, I think you can get up to 5 people on the live. So of course one of them would be me. And then, 4 more people. I already contacted a few people and see if they would like to go live. One of the persons that I contacted is another YouTuber who is also a relative of mine, to see if he wants to go live on the panel tonight, because he discusses issues like this a lot with, crime, police, civilian crime and murders and, things like that. He deals a lot about the community on his channel. So I'm waiting on him to hit me back to see what, if he wants to join me tonight on the panel as well. But it will be about, it'll probably be around 9:30-ish tonight. Hey, Miss Natalie Nolans. Hey, Just Lovely. Sis, how you doing? How are you doing? Everybody, make sure you please thumb up the live, please. Please give me a thumbs up, share the live out, and let me know if you're interested in joining me on the panel tonight. We're going to do a live YouTube panel tonight, and I'm going to have people on so we can discuss this murder conviction, this guilty conviction. But again, on WFAA on YouTube, they are streaming live the actual trial. And again, the state just wanted to enter in some more evidence. It looks like the applicant process unit file from the defendant. And I'm just playing it in the background a little bit. It's the actual applicant process records, process unit records they're turning in now. I guess they're trying to say she applied multiple times. I don't know how this is going to affect anything. And they're also turning in her personnel file as well. Which they said provides her background information that was provided through the process. Through the Dallas Police Department. So they're turning in all her files and everything right now. I guess all of this is going to, they're going to use this in the sentencing phase. They're using all her social media account, including Twitter, Facebook, everything. They're turning in all that information. I think what the purpose of what they're doing right now is to make sure that they get the sentence that they really want out of this conviction. But I was really surprised. Like, I'm not from Dallas, so I don't know. I'm not no criminal guru or anything like that. But to hear somebody say that she could get only up to 5 years, I think that's really horrible for this type of situation. You said because she lied on a lot of stuff to come. Right. Yep. And to hear that she could only get up to 5 years, maybe 2, 3 at the most, with time served, good time, probation and all that. That's like really, that would be really, really horrible for a man's life that she took with no reason at all behind it. Let's see what else they saying. The Pinterest account includes her polygraph information. and statements that she's made. We're like watching this live right now, you guys. We're watching this stuff live. It's on WFAA on YouTube. Um, ooh, what did she just say? Hold up. They said not to admit the actual content of the polygraph, but the fact that she failed it. And the Dallas Police Department allowed her time to reapply. They're going to use all this, information, which hopefully will help with sentencing. You say yes, and they should listen to character witness statement. Yes, 5 to 99 years is the sentence for murder in the first degree. That's what I'm trying to figure out now. I'm watching it live. Ooh, hold up. The judge, hold up. They saying that there were certain posts on the defendant's Pinterest account. That's relevant that they need to consider in sentencing. Yeah, they will. Definitely. Hey, Judge Lovely. Oh, I already said hi to you. I was just making sure I didn't miss anybody. You said I meant they will listen to character witnesses. This is good as far as the verdict goes, because even when cases that we know for sure they should come back guilty, like there's no way they should come back guilty when it comes to these cops and them shooting, people for no reason, or innocent people, or using excessive force, and we just automatically assume, oh, they're going to be guilty, and then they come back not guilty. And I don't know if you guys were watching when they announced the verdict, but this whole trial, this lady has not given, the people like much emotion. She not no connection. It was like she's not even there, most of the time. And I'm like, is she like in the same room, with the jury and the the prosecutors and the judge? And I mean, is she in the same room? She was like showing no affection, no connection. And then as soon as they said guilty, they didn't show her face. They showed like his people, his family, his friends, and everything like that. They didn't show her face. They kept an officer standing right next to her, and they showed the back of her head, and you could just tell like she was just really stiff. And then she just started, like, you could see like her shoulders moving and her head moving, and like the real tears that everybody was looking for this entire trial that weren't there. Oh, here they come now. She was crying some big, real crocodile tears. Her whole body shaking. Now we can see some emotions. Finally. I'm like, finally we can see some emotions. You said, I meant they were, oh, okay, I saw that comment. You said, I truly believe the lover and her were plotting to kill him. Why did they delete messages and he threw her all under the bus? Yep. This whole thing is it's a mess. It's a mess. I'm just glad she was found guilty. I'm really glad that she was found guilty. And again, I want to do a panel tonight. And I want to have different people, guys, women, If we end up with all women or all men, that's cool, but I would prefer, male perspective, women's perspective on this situation, on the guilty verdict tonight. If you guys are interested, I could send you like the link after I set it up tonight and send you the link, and then you just click on the link, and you'll just automatically be like on the panel, like on the screen. I don't know if you guys have watched some panels on YouTube, like they use StreamYard. A lot of people use StreamYard now, and I've used StreamYard a couple of times, and I really like it. So, that's what I'll be using tonight. You said I was saying it could be you and 5 other. Oh, that's what you were saying about 6. I was like, huh? And then it didn't hit me. I'm sorry. Thank you for letting me know that, because I thought it was 5. I couldn't remember. The most I had on my platform was 3. It was me and 2 other ladies, and the last panel I did was about, I want to say a month. Maybe a month and a half ago. That was the last panel I did on my channel. But, yep. So, let's see what else they're saying. Again, if y'all want to listen in, it's on WFAA on YouTube. They said she has received counseling in the past for misconduct. But yep, it can be me and 5 other people. But yes, when they announced the guilty verdict, his family, the judge immediately said no outcries. She was like, no outcries. I'm sure they probably would have put all of them in contempt. She wouldn't want to. She would not want to. But in trials like these, you have to be fair, no matter whose side you personally are favoring. Regardless who wins, who loses, she has to make sure the courtroom is in order and nobody is just screaming and all that kind of stuff and having outbursts. So she was like, no outbursts. And you could hear the whimpering. You could hear people like shrieking quietly. And then as soon as they got out the courtroom, they was just lit up in excitement, just screaming. And they was like, guilty, 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 guilty. They was chanting and everything, outside of the courtroom. And everybody was pleased. Everybody, of course, that's related to him. They're pleased, of course. But her peeps, they was just sitting there looking like they were in disbelief. They were actually looking in disbelief. They didn't say a word. They didn't move. They didn't try to comfort her. They just sat there like a bump on a log. And then we see her crying. Well, again, they didn't show her face. Now they're saying that the reason why she was rejected the first time is hearsay, and that should not be allowed as evidence. But the state is showing evidence that it shows in the files that she was denied. Y'all need to watch this. The state is saying these are admissions from the defendant that she wrote on the application. And the defense attorney is still talking about we can't, they shouldn't turn in this because it's hearsay. This is information the defendant wrote on an application seeking employment with the police department. So she wrote that information on there herself. Hey, Latrice Kelly, second act, how you doing? I'm just up here watching the punishment phase of the Amber Guyger murder trial. It's streaming live on WFAA. on YouTube. It's like 41,000 people watching right now. And basically, the state is turning in more evidence about her, being denied employment the first go around with the Dallas Police Department. And then there was another application to the DFW Airport Police. So she was really trying to get on somebody's police squad. She was trying to get on somebody's police squad, whatever route she had to take. The airport, the Dallas police. She admitted to smoking marijuana 3 times. Maybe she was high. I mean, what else? What other explanation could you? I mean, the explanations that she was trying to say, as far as her believing that was her apartment, like there were so many signs that her explanations was pure craziness. Like the fact of the rug outside of the house, the red rug that isn't like hers. Yeah, mall security. She was applying for. She wanted a strap, y'all. I'm telling you, she wanted a reason to have some kind of strap. That's what I believe. They said the first time she smoked weed was in high school with some friends. 4 ounces. For somebody's birthday. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah, as far as I was saying, as far as her, entering into his place. But if y'all just come in, y'all see me turn my head. I'm actually watching the trial live. Now the defendant is trying to say that the fact that she used marijuana should not be admission. It should not be admitted in as evidence. Even though she admitted that she smokes weed. And that the application process and the fact that she was denied the first time and then allowed to reapply, none of that is relevant. Mm-mm. The judge just sitting there, she's like reading over everything. She lied. She totally lied. Like, when I sat and listened to the lady Bunny, who had actually recorded after she heard the gunshots, the other tenant who lived there, Bunny, when I watched her interview and she was talking about, she had heard some noises, she heard a man scream, she said she ran outside to see what was going on, she turned on her camera. As soon as she heard the gunshots, that's when she turned on her camera. So she recorded everything right after the gunshots. And she was saying, like the other people, there's no possible way she should have got it confused with being at her own home. The way they said the garage was set up, where it was so many areas where it says what floor you was on, what section you was on, even when you get on the elevators, what floor you was on. Even when you get off the elevator, it shows what floor you are on. And then, wow. And then when she gets to the apartment, she didn't even give him like a chance to even explain. 20 seconds after the door opened, he was killed. And all he was doing was chilling in his apartment eating ice cream. Eating ice cream, winding down, chilling in his apartment. Mm-mm-mm. And then the fact that she showed like no compassion, no guilt, no emotions. I was like, is this lady? She looked like she was high every day on the stand to me. The exhibit that they're turning in now contains 334 pages, they're saying. And her, so they said her socials, they just turned in 334-page report, and a lot of it is showing like her social media activity on her Pinterest, and on her other social media. They have it all tagged for the judge. You said that she called her boyfriend. Of course, she called 911. It was callous. Yep, that was saying it was callous and cold murder. Straight up, straight up. I am so glad for the guilty verdict. We don't know yet what the sentence is going to be. We don't know if they're going to give her a slap on the wrist. We don't know if they're going to make an example. I wish they would make an example. I wish. You said, do you know if he was an organ donor? You know what, Miss Naturally? I do not know. You know what? Let me see if I can find out. Let me see if I can find out. I'm going to look it up right now. I don't know. I just typed in a general, typed in his name, organ donor. I'm not sure. But I get where you're going, Miss Naturally Nolans. I get where you're going. I mean, it's been a lot of accusations lately within the last few years with a lot of people coming up missing. Like the amount of people that's coming up missing or murdered or turning up in funeral homes with their organs missing and they were not removed properly. I know where you're going. There's been people that's been showing up to funeral services with their organs already missing or showing up to the hey, Miss Mama G3, how you doing? You saw on HuffPost she could get 5 to 9 years. That's what I heard too, but somebody just kind of threw me off this morning when they was like they'll probably give her 5 years and she'll probably get off with good time and be out in 2-3 years. And I'm like, man, I pray she doesn't. I think they need to set an example. An example needs to be truly set for these police officers who are shooting people for no reason or just being trigger happy or fearful for their lives, especially against the ones that have no weapons. This man had no weapons. He didn't charge at her. He didn't threaten her. There people who was witnessing said they heard, them speaking and everything. They heard her going off and freaking out, but they didn't hear the man going off and freaking out. Let's see what they saying now. Okay. The judge is still looking over some of the paperwork. You said my good friend, son, got killed by his roommate for no reason. She donated his organs. Yeah, I think it's kind of hard to know what to do in those situations. Like, it's like if somebody dies and they never sign a will or they never tell anybody how they would like their services to go or if they want to be cremated or buried. It's kind of hard to, you know, decide something like that, because you kind of have to be like, dang, what would they want to do? What would they want to do? Would this person want to donate their organs? Like me right now, if I was to pass away, I'm telling y'all all right now, I don't want my organs donated. Just put me in one piece and put me in a casket, a beautiful one, by the way, and bury me. Now, 5, 10 years from now, I might feel a different way. But it's to each his own. Just like with ashes, some people are like, why you want to be burned? Why you want to be ashes in a jar? Some people prefer that because they like, well, doggone, if you bury me in the ground, eventually the body turns to ashes and dust anyway. So, but that's like, my stepdad, after my mom passed, he was like, just cremate me and keep the rest of the money and spend it on whatever. I'm like, are you crazy? He's like, I don't even need no funeral. Just cremate me and have a nice dinner. I'm like, what? Mm-mm-mm. They're talking about her Pinterest account right now. She got several accounts with several different username on Pinterest. That's what the judge is looking at now. Mm. And they're trying to say that the relevance for the polygraph, of course, is that she failed her first polygraph. You said what was on her Pinterest? What was on her Pinterest? They said is like evidence of her, I guess her behavior, or they're trying to put more, show more of a darker light by bringing into her social media and her normal everyday behavior and things like that. Like they're now bringing in the fact that she admitted a while back to smoking weed. She failed her polygraph test. He look at how she goes about on social media. They're using as much as they can to affect the sentencing. So it's like 324 pages that they just gave the judge. Hold on, hold on. Okay. They're trying to say, Latrice, they're trying to say that on her Pinterest it's showing like evidence of her usage of marijuana. Because she admitted times to where she has used marijuana certain times, certain situations, birthday parties, things like that. And the fact that she failed her polygraph test, and then on her Pinterest, I don't know exactly what it is on her Pinterest. I think maybe we should look it up and see what exactly they're looking at. Because shoot, for me, only time I go on Pinterest was to look up like, I don't know, how to do something or how to make something or how to. So I'm up here like tripping like, how is Pinterest? I'm with you, Latrice. That's what I was thinking at first too. But hold on. This is very interesting. It has something to do with her usage of marijuana. There was two different polygraphs given, different dates, given different time frames. That mentionings of crimes that were committed. So on the application, they're saying there was no crimes admitted on the application. It was self-admission by the defendant. So after they did the polygraph test, after she got denied the first time, and then, she got to apply again, they saying, the state is saying on the application, there was nothing wrote on the police application, about her using marijuana. Time and time again. You said, oh wow, most fools use... Right, Latrice! That's what I'm saying! You said, Miss Naturally Noticed, it all depends on the circumstances. If it was an accident, I can say yes. If a family need an organ, yes. And if it's a match, I'm okay with donor. Yeah, see, things like that. I think truly if my family member needed an organ, or somebody I know, a good friend or something, and I had, two good ones and could go without one, yeah, I honestly don't think I would have a problem with that. Like, really. I'd probably be like, sure, where do you need to cut me? Like, seriously. And the judge is like, all that information wasn't put on the application? So, okay, just to clear it up, they're saying that she self-reported, it was a self-admission, during polygraphs and stuff like that, before she was on the police force, that she smoked weed. But it wasn't entered on the police application. That's what they're saying. Because technically speaking, weed is illegal. I mean, depending on what state you in. Hey Donna, just being real. We just sitting up here doing a review on the live Amber Guyger punishment phase of her guilty sentence. And if you want to watch it live, it's on YouTube on the WFAA channel. WFAA. And they already announced her guilty this morning, so now they're on the sentencing phase. And the state is entering more information, more evidence in to help with the sentencing phase. Okay, this is what the state is saying now. And there was a theft as well at TGI Fridays. And her defender said she only took some brownies without permission. And that was another thing that led to the issues with the polygraph. That's correct, Your Honor. The state's not wanting to admit, not wanting to get into any of that. That's correct. Well, let me be clear. If you want to offer that she failed the polygraph, but you don't want to say it's for the theft of the brownie, well, the court will allow such things, and the state can, but we don't think that that's... So they think one of the reasons why she failed the polygraph test was because she lied about theft. Because I guess I never applied to be a police officer. If there's anybody in here who is a police officer or who has applied before, whether you passed or didn't, please let us know. But on the polygraph test, I'm sure they asked them all kind of things. I didn't even know they do polygraph tests when you apply to be a police officer. I had no idea, but they're talking about she failed it. And one of the areas where she failed was on theft. And she had admitted to stealing some pizza and some brownies from when she worked at TGIF Friday. And the defendant was like, "Oh, it was just some brownies," which I mean, you know, it's like stealing some fries from McDonald's. Just some fries, but it's still stealing. And the judge did say, she just said it's hard for her to bind up with the polygraph. What are some other pressing issues? Okay, and the three social medias that they want to enter in is Pinterest, Score Center, and Groupon. Oh yeah, the mental test. They need to change the mental test up because I don't know these mental tests. I mean, I don't think they are good enough. Now the defendant, the defense is speaking. So the defense said they have no objections to entering her social media information in. Mm-mm-mm. Now they're turning in IA evidence, internal affair evidence. Yep, the judge is black. Her name is Tammy Kemp. So yeah, Judge Kemp. But there was allegations against the defense because she had violated departmental. There were departmental violations, so now they're turning in the IA internal affairs evidence. Okay, they about to say what the IA um internal affairs evidence is. I'm trying to skip through it. So, adverse conduct violating the Dallas Police Department Code of Conduct. Okay. They saying that termination was directly um, resulted in the defendant's termination from the Dallas Police Department. Mm-mm-mm. This might take some time, y'all. I'm gonna keep watching this throughout the day to see what other information they pull out the bag that might help the sentencing phase of this case, because of course everybody wants her to They want him to. He already received the first half of his justice. Justice was only served halfway, and that's the guilty verdict. So after this, I mean, between 5 to 99 years, if they get her 5 years, I don't think justice was truly served. I do not. And all this information about her social media, polygraphs, the marijuana, things that they bringing in now, I'm sure it's more because they said it's 324 pages that they just gave to the judge, and they got like certain areas tabbed. They got tabs on certain areas, so the judge is looking through the paperwork right now. But this is all necessary because this is going to help them get as much time, have her serve as much time as they can, because they definitely want it to be more than 5 years. You said, what she do on Groupon? Nothing is sacred. Nothing is sacred. Nothing, Latrice Kelly. Sure. That's why they say, but you know what? That's why they say you gotta be careful on your social media. And I tell my sons this all the time. They're 22 and 18. And I tell them this all the time. You don't never know who's looking on your social media. And they be like, but mom, and whatever. Y'all young right now. Y'all not parents. Y'all don't have your own family. Y'all don't have mortgages, insurance. You don't have all that to deal with right now. 401ks. You don't have nothing right now. Y'all still at the crib with me. So if y'all lose a job for something like that, mama's going to hold it down like she always does, whether y'all work or not. You know what I'm saying? But when you out on your own, you have to think about stuff like that. I mean, you got to think about it now. You need to get that ingrained in your head now. And we need to have that in our children now. I see a lot of times children, my nieces, nephews, cousins, other people, kids, on Facebook talking so reckless. Reckless and posting pictures of weed and marijuana and drinking and all this kind of stuff, and they don't know how this could affect their career paths, or them getting into certain colleges, certain jobs, even apartment buildings. Like if it's apartment application that says no smoking allowed, and they go look on your social media and you up there puff passing on the ganja. They're like, you say you ain't smoke. I mean, even apartment complexes, even land, rental agencies, they search your social media. They looking to see if you might be affiliated with certain type of people that they don't want affiliated with their apartment complex. So yeah, we have to ingrain that in our children at a young age. Don't be out there wilding out on social media. But it is raining. It is coming down, y'all. I don't know if y'all hear, but it is coming down. It's raining real hard here in the Midwest. I'm in Omaha, for y'all who don't know. But thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching this live trial with me this afternoon. I was like, let me take a lunch break and just see if the folks out here is up here watching this trial with me. I'm like, I got my life. When they said guilty this morning, I got my life. I was like so excited. I couldn't wait to go online and discuss it with you guys. You're welcome, Latrice Kelly. And make sure you guys, if you guys aren't all acquainted in the chat, everybody who in the chat, if you're not all acquainted with each other, please get acquainted with each other. Visit each other's channel. Watch a video. Leave a comment. Let them know you were there. And let them know you're there to support. That's how we do. That's how we do over here. So what's they talking about now? Now the defense is talking. Let's see what they saying. This guy, he getting on my nerves. Okay. They said it isn't clear. It's clear that the offense received the profile file. There's one SC with the offer. I'm trying to see what they're talking about right now. They have a big old picture. They have a big old picture of Botham sitting right by the stand. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna have to. I'm a little behind on this video. I'm a little behind on the video of the trial, so I'm gonna have to rewind a little bit because I've been talking to y'all and pausing at the same time. So what I'm gonna do, only have like a little while before I'm off this gig and on to the next. I gotta be at the nursing home in a few hours, but tonight I'm gonna do a panel. I'm gonna watch the rest of this live for today. There's no telling, how many days this is going to carry out, as far as, the jury, and then they have to, decide what kind of punishment they're going to give her and all this. So this could carry out for a while, but we're going to, stay on this and follow this because a lot of us has been following this trial and keeping up with it, and a lot of people been doing reviews on it on YouTube and social media, and a lot of people are really, really, really excited about the guilty verdict, as I am as well. So now we just hoping that the rest of justice will be served and that she will get time, a proper amount of time. If it was my family member, oh, thanks, Latrice. Latrice said she just went and connected with all of y'all. So y'all make sure y'all connect back with her. Lovely, Real Mamas, Donna, Miss Natalie Norlands. Make sure y'all connect back with her as well. Thank you. But yeah, we're gonna stay on this topic. If it was my family, 5 to 99, enough time isn't enough when somebody kills somebody that you love. Especially when it's like people like, it's different with officers of the law. Because you're supposed to hold them up to a higher pedestal because they are officers of the law. They are trained. They do go through mental evaluations. They go through lots and lots and lots of training. And so you hold them up higher than you would hold somebody like a local corner boy or somebody who might rob your family member and then kill them, or your child or whatever. We supposed to hold them up to a higher standard, but they don't always live up to those higher standards. And so if it was my family member, I would definitely want them to set an example. 5 to 99, shoot, 99 and a half ain't enough. If you take my son away from me, and I'm just being honest, 99 and a half ain't enough. Shoot, and that my sons know I go hard in the paint for them. My sons know I go hard in the paint for them. So yeah, my heart goes out to his family, his loved ones and everything, and I'm glad again for the guilty verdict. But now we got to see where we go from here. We got to see what's next. What type of punishment she's going to get. So again, if you guys want to hit me up, if you want to join me on the live panel discussion tonight, it's going to be, I can have up to 6 people. So me plus 5 more. I will send you the DM you the link to join the live stream, and we'll all be on live on camera, talking, discussing it. It don't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you YouTuber or if you're not. If it don't matter if you have a channel or if you don't have a channel. If you want to come on and you want to discuss it, that's cool with me. So I'm going to wrap this up because I have to. My lunch break is over. I only get an hour. But thanks again for everybody tuning in. Make sure you again hit the like button and share the video. And if you are not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you can receive all the notifications. Thank you very kindly. And as usual, Primetime Squad, in the meantime and in between time, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces.